I welcome you all to the 265th Inspiron meeting. A very good evening to one and all. I would request you all to keep any phones or any electronic devices around you on silent, and kindly mute yourselves when a speaker is speaking. And on that note, I would like to hand over control to the President, Toastmaster Royal.
The very essence of leadership is that you should have a vision. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. A very good evening, everyone, and to all my lovely Inspironians and all the guests. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our Division Director, Toastmaster Amit Ananda, Area Director, Toastmaster Lyra Pinto. Welcome, ma'am. We also have a guest for today, Helen, ma'am. Welcome to Inspiron meetings. Mohammed Kuni, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome to the meeting. Yes. So leadership is a journey, not a destination. On 24th of July, we had a COTP session, that is Club Officers Training Program, which was held by district to train the board members of the club. Toastmasters is not only about public speaking, it's also about leadership development. Toastmasters International has a structured program to help you to discover a speaker and a leader in you. The first step in leadership in Toastmasters is being a club officer, which is the president, the vice president, education, membership, PR, secretary, treasurer, and sergeant at arms. And once you be a club officer, you will be given a specific responsibility so that we can push the club to the next level. To make sure that we get clarity, COTP program is held twice a year, once in July and another one somewhere in between November and February. So I'm proud to say that all the 7 club board members attended this training, which affirms that we have a dedicated, responsible, and a Inspiron.
Is this video frozen?
Yes, sir.
Larson, would you like to take over from there? Until we come back with Royal Larson, would you like to take over from where he had left regarding COTP learning?
So there was COTP. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So the COTP was held in the month of August, starting of this. In the month of July. So in that, all the 7 office bearers were attended. We attended the meeting, and we had a specific training for each and every role takers. So we want to share that learning with you, a few of that. First thing is the roles that each and every member of this club would love to know, or the roles of each and every member being a member of this club. So firstly, regarding the pathways, so in the COTP, it has been encouraged that each and every member of this club must enroll in the paths. So the leaders of this club shall engage everyone in having the path registered in either of the paths. Royal is there. Will you continue?
Okay. So sorry, guys. Network issue never happens, but as usual, whenever something important things are there, things happen, right? Drawbacks of online meeting. Okay. So we discussed all our 7 club members attended the meeting. I'm very proud of them, and it proves that we have a dedicated team who are willing to push Inspiron to the next level. So we discussed 4 basic things in COTP, what we learned. One is a distinguished club program, and under which comes under club success plan. Okay, Toastmasters International is a 100-year-old organization, right? There's a reason why Toastmasters International is successful. It's successful because of the structured system it has in its place. So have you ever wondered why some companies become successful? Companies like Apple, Mercedes-Benz, or Samsung, they have a structured system to track the growth. Similarly, Club Success Plan is a structured system to track the growth of the club. So I'd like to share my screen to the members. 1 second. So these are the goals which we have to achieve as a club. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, please.
Yes. So basically, we have 10 goals which we have to achieve every year, out of which 6 of them are for education. That is level 1. 4 people have to finish level 1, 2 people have to finish level 2, and 2 more people have to finish level 2, and so on. 2 goals are of education goals. Okay,
Membership
and
goals.
4 and 4. Membership goals, 4 plus 4. 2 more are for, 1 more point is for training program, where our club members have to attend, board members have to attend. And last one is the administration goal. Okay, once we achieve these goals, out of 10, if we achieve 5 goals, will be known as a distinguished club. If we achieve 7, will be known as select distinguished club, and if we achieve 9, will be known as a president distinguished club. Okay. So this is a basic of the club success plan. Okay. So last year, Inspiron was President Distinguished Club, and I appreciate and acknowledge the efforts of Toastmaster Amit and Fiona. Thank you so much for the selfless service to the club, Amit and Fiona. So Inspiron as a club, we never run behind awards or goals. We focus on individual growth. So this year, we have a dedicated team who are willing to invest extra time on your growth, especially Toastmaster Larson, Amit, and other board members. We invest more than 1 hour on daily basis, understanding our members' requirements and provide them with opportunities to grow. And the fact is, everyone is busy. The leadership team also has a personal and a professional life. Despite that, we make time so that you can grow, and we create opportunities so that you can grow. So whenever we give you an opportunity, there's a detailed plan behind it. It's not that randomly we come up with some idea and we give you that opportunity. There's a lot of planning which goes behind it. And whenever we upload something on the group and we need a response, we expect our members to respect our time and respond on time. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not happening. Members are responding, but it's just a gentle reminder. The second thing is a club central. So Toastmasters has given us these are tools. Club Central is nothing but a tool where we can track individual member growth and as well as the club growth. So I'd like to share and screen with you so that you get an idea of it. Okay. So this is a Club Central. Amit, can you record the meeting?
It is being recorded.
It's been recorded, right?
Yeah.
So in Club Central, we have various other options. For example, Club Roster, there's all details of all the members, in which level they are in, their personal information, their mailing information and all that stuff, right? So other than that, Club Success Plan, as I discussed, once you open it, there are some other details. So similarly, these are some other tools which is used to track the growth of the club. Okay. Fine. So that was just brief about Club Central. So once you are in a board member, once you're a board member, some of the board members will get access to that. Okay. The third thing, what was discussed in COTP was attracting and retaining members. And this session was done by Toastmaster Amit Ananda. Okay. Here the club officers learn the importance of having more members in the club. Now you might be wondering how more members can add value. By having more members, we can learn from each other and support each other and grow as a community. For example, Ishwar Kiran yesterday he posted in the group saying that one of the person is looking for a job, and Jeevan D'Souza quickly responded, can you please send me the CV, right? That's how we support each other within the club. So for us to grow as an individual, we need to be in an environment where growth is facilitated. And Inspiron Club, we always make sure we have a positive environment where you can make mistakes and learn from it. In fact, it's like a personal laboratory where you can experiment your skill sets. Creating a positive environment is one of the ways to retain and get in more members. And why we should get in more members? Well, Toastmasters have impacted millions of individuals since 100 years. The proven structured program instills confidence in individuals. Confidence is one of the primary building blocks for an individual to be successful in personal, professional, and social life. And I have experience in my personal experience in Toastmasters as well. Before joining Toastmasters, I had the confidence, but somewhere deep within, I knew that I was not up to my full potential. And 2 years into Toastmasters, and when I look back at my life, there's a tremendous transformation. And I learned many things from people of diverse background. So try to get in more members, friends whom you really think they need an atmosphere like Inspiron Toastmasters for them to grow exponentially and help them to transform through Toastmasters. I believe this is the best gift you can give to someone. And I'm pretty sure Toastmaster Anita would be overjoyed because she introduced Toastmaster Maithili to Inspiron, and Maithili is doing wonders. 3 months back, Maithili was someone who was nervous to speak on stage, and now she has become more confident. So try to get in your friends and help them transform through Toastmasters. So, and we can also plan open houses. Okay, open houses is nothing but where we have a demo meeting. For example, last year we did a demo meeting in Derebail Church. Similarly, we can plan meetings in Lions Club, Rotary Club, or any other clubs. So I'll need the member support to do an open house. So suppose if there's any opportunity where we can pitch in Toastmasters, members, please do get in touch with us. Second, we need to make meetings more creative and fun. Inspiron meeting is always having a fun-filled meeting, and there's no doubt about that. But being a president, I expect more from my members because I know our members have tremendous potential. If you are not giving to the world the best you have, what world you are saving it for? So I want my members to perform to their 100% so that you can inspire someone through action, not by words. For example, someone like DTM Bharati or Toastmaster Amit, we get inspired by them through the actions. When we have an opportunity to make a difference through action, why we are holding back, right? So make your roles more creative, put your heart and soul into it, and give your 100%. And in the process of creativity, will you make mistakes? Definitely, you will. There are chances. So Inspiron is a place to make mistakes so that outside Toastmasters, you will be outstanding. And the last point is MOT, that is the moments of truth. So MOT session was conducted by Toastmaster Nikita, who is our very own extended member of Inspiron and currently the AD, Area Director. So next month we'll plan a MOT session. So moments of truth is a process where we analyze strengths and weaknesses of the club. It's basic feedback session from the members where we analyze the first impressions, the membership orientation, fellowship, variety and communication, program planning and meeting planning, etc. So I guess my time is up. So this is it, what we learned briefly in COTP. So I would like to hand over the stage to one of the amazing Toastmasters who is having a growth mindset and HR in Cognizant. Over to Toastmaster Suman Priya Mascarenes.
Thank you, Royal D'Souza. Yeah. So I'll start.
Yes.
20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the one you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail, explore, dream, discover. I'm sure everyone in the meeting would love to travel, don't you? Good evening to all for the 265th meeting of the Inspiron Toastmaster Club. I'm Toastmaster Suman, the Toastmaster for the day. I'm very delighted to introduce today's theme, To Travel is to Live. The famous quote, To Travel is to Live, is written by Hans Christian Andersen. As we get totally busy working at office and then taking the responsibility of our family, we somewhere miss a minor concept, that is to live. We need to recharge our batteries and kick back and enjoy life. This is the quote that motivates me a lot. It motivates me to always look forward to my next travel. It gives me the pleasure and energy to work harder between my vacation. So you might be wondering like how to travel if I don't earn enough. Yes, I do have an answer for it. Just staying in a place, working the whole day and then returning to office and getting stressed out, will you be happy with that? Instead, work, earn, save, travel, learn, and stay happy. There may be difficulties, but you need to work hard for it. So let me tell you about my experience. This was in the year 2019, before the pandemic. Myself and my colleague decided to go on a vacation to Bali. 2019 was a very stressful year for me. I had some health issues. I finally recovered, and also had some trouble in my job. I mean, I was so stressed out with my job as well, and I had a constant feeling like why I should work. I mean, I had a constant feeling like I want to quit. So that feeling was coming to me, and it was for a long time. So on the way back from Bali in the airport, I saw a big poster mentioning work to travel. And that changed my attitude towards my job. And once I got back to work, I started thinking positive about my job. I changed my job role in the same company and decided that I need to work so that I can travel without depending on anyone for money. Okay, so this is my personal story. And also I remember one post which I read in the Facebook. A couple from Tamil Nadu. Okay, they are regular tea seller. I mean, very simple. I mean, leading a very simple life. So what they do is, it's a small tea stall where they work. I mean, they earn. I mean, they save the money. They live a very simple life, but they earn money, save, and save for the next travel. And there are so many places where they visited. I mean, different countries. I don't know how they traveled with very limited source, but it was a passion for them, like to travel around the world and be happy. I mean, that is the happiness which they get. So I just want to ask. I mean, anyone who is a regular traveler here, I'm sure like most of them are traveling and love to travel. Would anyone like to share their experience? We had, is Anita around? Anita Rao? I know she recently traveled with the family to historical places. I mean, would you share your experience in 30 seconds?
Yes, Suman. Yeah, with family, we went to Hampi, Aihole, Badami, Pattadkallu, and we planned to go to Bijapur also, but weekend lockdown, they suddenly announced. So we changed the plan and we went to Dandeli. So it was wonderful experience, being with the nature also, and unplanned things we experienced, and we were so happy. Thank you.
That was amazing, Anita. Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. We have Toastmaster Hamid, who has some announcement to make. So over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you so much, Suman. It's a pleasure listening to Suman after so many years. It's wonderful to see your growth as a speaker. I know the days when you joined Inspiron Toastmaster and you fumbled a lot to speak in front of an audience, but I'm so proud that you have come a way long as a good speaker. Thank you so much. Well, this is an announcement, especially on behalf of the division to the Inspironians and to all the other guests present here. We are having a division mela, an event in combination, in collaboration, I can say, with the division F, and all of these 7 areas are going to come together, and we are going to put forth to all of you 4 events. And I think you all must have seen the posters that have been flying around in the WhatsApp group. And I earnestly ask each one of the members of Inspiron to try and participate in the online event. We know that we have a restriction of 3 members from the club to participate as participants in the event, but however, you all can come and witness the event. It is going to be fun. The 4 events that what we have is verdict, improv comedy, potpourri, and on-the-spot dance. It's all going to be online. So at your home comfort, you can sit, relax, and watch. It's going to be on a Sunday morning. If you all have any doubts, especially the participants regarding the rules and regulations of the contest, you may please approach me or your area director, that is Lyra Pinto. All right. Another announcement that I had to make was regarding a mentorship program that is there, which is provided by the district. Now, district has announced the mentorship program. Now, club, the president and the VP education, they are going to provide you mentors. But however, if you require an additional mentor for your speeches or for your path, you can apply for a mentor in the district, and district will help you with a mentor. You can do so and make use of this facility that is being provided. I request all the members to watch, like, and share the Division L FB page, Facebook page, Instagram page, and make the social media handout strong in the public presence. Also, I ask earnestly to invite new guests every meeting. See, I do not know like for how long we are all going to be online, but still you need to bring in your friends. It's an earnest request, because as a division, we are having a kind of a goal for every member, like, every member brings in 1 new member for the year for all the clubs. So take that in mind and then call one person, make that one person a friend of yours, a member of the club. All right. Royal, any more, anything that you wanted me to say?
Regarding the Mela, I feel it's clear to everyone. That's what I'm assuming. So awards, regarding the awards and...
All right. So regarding the district awards, yes, the president and the VP education have come to the session of the district awards, but as for members, the district is having awards for the individual members as well as for the clubs. Now for the individuals, today I'm speaking to the members, right? So I'm going to talk about the individual awards. There are plenty of awards which are announced in the district. So if you go to District 121 website, you can go through the individual awards. But major one award that all can have is the Triple Crown Award, which is you complete 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. If you're doing 2, 3, and 4, or 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and a pathways mentor for those people who have gone into the second path. And if you observe, you will get a free additional path called Pathways Mentoring Program. If you complete that program also, you will be getting a Pathways pin. Sorry, a Triple Crown pin. Other than that, if you are going to bring in a new member to the club, 3 members, 5 members, 10 members, you are going to introduce, you are all going to receive a membership pin award from the Toastmasters International and a letter from Toastmaster International for your service. Likewise, there are a list of awards which are there, which you at your leisure, you can go through, and with your dedicated efforts of completing each level, club is going to achieve certain points in the Hall of Fame, and you are all responsible for an award for the club for being a distinguished or a selected distinguished or a president distinguished. Now, last year we had something called Hall of Fame from the PQD, and our club had got Hall of Fame for bronze, and this is the award that what we have for the club, that is the Hall of Fame bronze. Other than that, we had conducted YLP program for the BEM school children, and myself, Royal, Fiona, and Ashrita, we have all got this award called the YLP Citation Award for the coordinators. Since Inspiron Club had lower DCP points last time, and then we have acquired or come to the distinguished status. So the club received another, I have to show this award. This is called the Rising Star Award. All the 7 members had attended the club officers training program, and therefore we received the Super 7 award. Likewise, we received the Spirit of 121 award for members who have helped in attaining the DCP points. And we also have received the Membership Championship Award from the CGD for having the largest number of members in the club. We had a Golden Buddy Award for having a tie-up with Manipal Udupi Toastmasters, because they were our buddy, helping us in achieving our roles and functionaries in the meeting. And also we have received this award called the Active Sisters Award between 3 regions we had. So these were the awards that what we have achieved as a club because of all the involvement of the members. So members, you concentrate on your levels and your education, automatically the club is going to get all these awards. All right. With that, I will hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day, Suman Mascarenhas. Thank you very much. And over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Now I would call upon General Evaluator Toastmaster Lyra Pinto to introduce the team's role. Toastmaster Lyra Pinto is the area director and now the VPM of Konkani Toastmasters. She is now a student at Trinity School of Music, giving a 4th grade in piano. Sharing and caring is what she believes in. Over to you, Toastmaster Lyra Pinto.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suman. I call upon the tag team. The timer for today is Toastmaster Muhammad Kuni. Our counter is Toastmaster Ashrita, and the grammarian is Toastmaster Jeevan D'Souza. Can I ask Toastmaster Muhammad to explain your role in a line or two? Over to you, Toastmaster Muhammad.
Yeah, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I'll be monitoring the time of every speaker. I'll be sharing my color screens for the prepared speeches. I'll be showing the green screen at 5 minutes, then the yellow screen at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. And for table topic session, I'll be showing the green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. For the evaluation session, I'll be showing the green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. As they say that time management is life management, hope that everyone will be aware of the time of their speech and make this a session of fabulous time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad. I like the conclusion. Now I call upon the Toastmaster Ashrita. Ashrita, for your counter.
Yes. Good evening, Toastmaster Lyra. Good evening, my fellow Inspironians and guests present today for the meeting. My role here is to count or keep a track on the filler words. So the whole idea of keeping a track of this is to get back to basics, that is to help you all to understand to speak fluently without using those filler words. So all the best to all the speakers. Over to you, Toastmaster Lyra.
Thank you. Now you have to be very careful with the ahs and ums and pauses. Okay, I call over the grammarian Toastmaster Jeevan D'Souza to give us the word of the day and to explain whatever you have to say.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra, and good evening all the guests and the Toastmasters who have done today. So we are in the world of fast-paced communication where information reaches in just seconds. And in this fast-paced world, the correct language, rather a grammatical language, is a need of the hour. So I'm here to play a role of grammarian, and I'll be noting down the good usage and not so good usage of English language and phrases. So I'm already taking down my note from the start of this meeting. So the word of the day, I'll be sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. The word of the day is precarious. It is in the adjective form. So when you use precarious in adjective form, there are two meanings, okay? Both meanings similar. The first meaning is of a situation. So precarious is a situation. It is not safe or certain. The direct synonym would be dangerous. So precarious, we can say the dangerous situation. I'll quote some example. He earned a precarious living as an artist. The museum is in a financially precarious position, means dangerous position. The world is a precarious and unstable place. They have a somewhat precarious existence. So this is the one usage. The second usage would be likely to fall or cause somebody to fall. Okay. So the example would be, the ladder looks very precarious. The path down to the beach is very precarious in wet weather. So this is the adjective. We can use this word in an adverbial sense like precariously, and we can use it in the precariousness as a noun. So I'll post this poster in the chat box. So try to use this word as frequent as possible. And this is the word that is not used much in our spoken sense, but it is a very good word that we can use it in our languages so that we can increase our confidence by using this word. So all the best to all the speakers. Over to General Evaluator Toastmaster.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Jeevan. And I would say, due to pandemic, the present situation has put us all in a precarious situation. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suman. I'll come back later.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra Pinto. Now let's move to the first segment of the meeting, that is prepared speeches. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Fiona, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Srinivas. Toastmaster Srinivas is a determined and motivated person, always driven by new challenges. I request Toastmaster Srinivas to read out speakers' objectives.
The purpose statement of my speaker's speech would be, the purpose of this project is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns. About the speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech about any topic. The member may choose to speak about a time management exercise he or she completed during the project. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any type of the member's choosing. Timer, please note the time for her project is 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas. Toastmaster Fiona teaches maths and an animal lover. 35 minutes, Toastmaster Fiona. TM Fiona, 35 minutes. Over to you. All the best.
And thank you, Toastmaster Suman. I want to know if I'm audible.
Yes.
Thank you. So I shall begin my speech. Wake up, wake up. It's time. Mama, please. 5 more minutes. Hello. You have school. Still 5 more minutes. Hello, you're a lecturer. Oh yeah. With this, I dragged myself out of the bed. Very tired, didn't want to get up. Freshened up, grabbed my yoga mat and a Bluetooth head towards the terrace. Neighbors, with a broad smile, I waved at them. They wished me good morning, and she told me about the new yoga classes in Bajpe. They begin at 5 a.m. and getting up in the morning, no. But still I agreed. I told her, okay, from tomorrow onwards, we shall go to the yoga classes. With that, I told bye to my neighbor and another tenant, auntie. And then I went to terrace, did my morning stretching for 15 to 20 minutes, came back, dressed up, went to collect my bag which was near the window. I suddenly heard someone screaming. So I just looked outside the window. I felt my neighbor was trying to jump in the well. I threw my bag. I didn't know what happened. I didn't wear my sandals. I just ran. Didn't go through the gate. I jumped the wall and I pulled her back. I was literally shivering, and even now I'm shivering. I asked her, are you fine? What happened? But she was constantly going towards the well, and she is a fat lady and I'm a thin girl. So you know how much strength is needed to pull her back. But that moment, I don't know what happened to me. I dragged her and told her, stand here, you're not going anywhere else. She stood, she took a deep breath, and she told me, I don't know what happened. My son is in the well. Please save him. I didn't know what to do. I looked into the well. I saw him drowning. I quickly grabbed the rope, tied it to my waist, tied the rope to the well. I told her, I'll go down. If I don't come in 1 minute, pull me up. When I was about to jump, my mom saw me, came crying. She yelled at me and pulled me back. My neighbor auntie also came and they all caught me and they told me, "You're not doing this. He might be dead by now." I told, "No, he just jumped. Please allow me to save him. Give me a minute, please. If I don't come in a minute, pull me up. I don't want this regret that I'm not saved him." But no, none of them allowed me to save him. So within fraction of seconds, I thought, if not me, why can't I ask others help? So I told him, "Okay, I am not doing, but please help me. Please allow me to go to other neighbors and ask for help." I ran, I pushed them, I ran and asked all the neighbors if they could come and help. But no one had that courage to go get down inside the well and bring him up. I thought for a second, took a deep breath. I'd grab my neighbor's phone. I told, "I'm going to call the emergency number." I dialed 111. And this emergency number is worse than India's Airtel customer care number. I couldn't connect it. Literally for 2-3 minutes, they kept telling me, "Press 1 for this, press 2 for this." And I'm shivering there. I don't know, somehow after some time, I don't know what I pressed, but somehow the call got connected. I told them that this is a situation and this is a house. Here you're supposed to reach. They told me, "Yes, we will come." And I was standing near the gate for literally 35 minutes. I knew I couldn't do anything. I just came running. I'm looking at the well. I'm running outside and standing near the gate again. After 15 minutes, I'm the only person who was screaming and yelling because I couldn't take that shock. After 15 minutes, the mother came to me and told, "Relax, my son is gone. And we don't want to lose you. Please calm down." I could not digest it. I still waited till the fire brigade fellows came. They came, took the body, and picked him up. Till we picked him up, I still had that hope. Hope is alive. It was 35 minutes. I knew it was stupid for me to think that he's alive. I touched, when the body was removed from the well, I was the only person who was screaming and yelling, telling, "I will regret this for my life. I could not save him." So the fire brigade fellow they all told me, "He's no more." I told him, "No, check his pulse. He might be alive." I went and I checked his pulse for one last time. And I realized it was no more. It's been months together, but I can't forget this trauma. I'm sorry. I thought I could do this. I'm giving a speech after 1.5 years for this. So I thought I could do this, but sorry. I was supposed to do a speech on time management. I was supposed to write how I managed my time. I always used to do a to-do list before this incident, but now I don't. I realized he died of depression. I didn't know that man. He was my neighbor. He was a new tenant. I didn't know him. But I realized if someone gave their time to him, spoke to him, he would recover. If firefighters had come on time, I think we could save him. If man could breathe a little more, a little longer, we could save him. So time, I don't know how to tell you. Time is very different for me. Back then I used to do to-do list and be very rigid about it. But when now I do a to-do list, I plan to write a speech on 13th, but I realized my student needed me yesterday. A student told me, "I'm feeling low, please come and meet me." I didn't meet him. After that, one of my friends unannouncedly came to Mangalore and told, "I'm from Mysore." And she said, "I'm in Mangalore." I met that person. In the evening, my family told, "We'll go out." I went out with them. I didn't care that I had to give a speech today. But today, yesterday I was supposed to draft a speech. I did it today. I was supposed to observe my time management pattern, but I realized sometimes when people need you, you need to give your time to them. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. That was an emotional speech. I know we may delay, things, but time will not. Very sorry for your loss. Let's move to the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Larson. Larson is a ever student of science, loves to see the world happy. He is also in a constant pursuit of self-improving. Reading, sports, debating, and politics are a few interests. I request Toastmaster Larson to read out speaker's objective. Toastmaster Larson.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So my target speaker, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi, will attempt his level 2, project 2. So purpose of this project is to clearly define how Toastmaster envision mentoring. So overview of the project is to write and present a 5 to 7 minute speech about time when you were a prodigy, share the impact and importance of having a mentor. This speech is not a report on the content of this project. I wish all the very best to my target speaker, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi, and back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Larson. Toastmaster Jacob is an engineer by profession and now leading a retired life. Ultimate mentor, Toastmaster Jacob. Toastmaster Jacob, ultimate mentor. Over to you. All the best.
Am I audible?
Yes.
വായിച്ചു വളരുക, ചിന്തിച്ചു വിവേകം നേടുക. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a very good evening to all of you. That was in Malayalam. Translated in English, it goes like this: read and grow and think and be enlightened. I too read and grew with the books. Yes, I was molded by books. They were my mentors, much more than my parents, teachers, or friends. Maybe the curiosity that led me to the reading of the books. Back in 60s and 70s, there were no TVs, and forget about social media. The only source of information was reading books and newspapers and listening to radio. I was very passionate about reading. Maybe it was a curiosity that led me to it. But seeing my passion, at the age of 10, my father made me enrolled into the public library of Trivandrum. Thus, I was exposed to the world of books. Now, it won't be fair on my part if I don't say who said those words: read and grow and think and be enlightened. It was said by a famous personality called Panikkar, popularly known as the father of pupils movement in pupils library movement in Kerala. He set up early 1900s. He set up reading stalls in every village of Kerala. They became the source of information to the illiterate villagers then. These reading stalls were acted as a trusted and wise guide for these villages, and thus triggered a cultural movement in Kerala. So, my dear Toastmasters, even Toastmasters movement visualizes mentors as trusted guides and minds. Mentors are some special people in our life, or some special habits which lead us and tutor us. As I said in the beginning, one of my special habits was reading. And in my younger days, one of the books which has influenced me a lot was The Discovery of India by Jawaharlal Nehru. Every generation has own leaders and heroes. Nehru was the most idealized leader till around late 60s after independence. This book, in that book, Nehru discovered India, and I discovered India through that book. Now, I attended various NCC camps later in my school days in different parts of the country. And everywhere I went, I witnessed that our customs vary vastly, but we all Indians think alike. And this unity in diversity was the essence of that book. And this I discovered throughout India. And this is still my guiding philosophy till now. This book is full of a cultural history of India. And history was another habit which has influenced me a lot. I owe a lot to that of my history master in the school, Mr. Samuel Raj. Our history lesson started in class 6. And when we used to hear his footsteps in the school corridor, we used to get excited because he taught us history like stories. I think Royal will agree to that, and made our classes in history classes very interesting. And thus our history lessons became very interesting. Now, even now, any history videos or books, I don't miss them, because I know they will appeal to me. The history not only teaches about rulers and conquest, but they also tell us about about the life of ordinary people like us, their precarious times, their troubles, their problems, everything. And these actually gives me a lesson to us. Now, I was little okay with the speech, but I will continue. Now, what history has taught us is we can forget we cannot change the past, but we can learn from that. So these were some of the habits which has influenced me a lot, acted as mentors to me. But there are some individuals also who acted as mentors to me. Like for everyone else, our parents are the first mentors. They are our first impressions. We imitate, then copy them. My father was a popular maths professor. What I admired about him was about his tenacious character and his love for work culture. I'll give you an example. We were 9 children, and we had quite a big family compound. Not very big one, slightly one. Diwali times were exciting for us because we knew we will get our firecrackers during that time. But to get the firecrackers, we had to clean the complete compound of all the rubbish, all the dried leaves and the grass. So thus he taught us the importance of work culture. To earn, you'll have to work. And another person who has influenced me a lot was my past managing director, Christian Terlisi, in my last company. He taught me the quality consciousness of our products. And we were an interior design company, and we had to make sure the palaces and villas we built were of absolute quality. And of course, I should not leave my Toastmaster mentor. There were actually 3 people, but the most who has influenced me was my Toastmaster T.G. Matthew. He is a very good speaker in Bahrain, and of course in Gulf. He has taught me the art of giving a speech or delivering a speech. Finally, I'll come to the Inspiron Toastmasters, where it is a very youthful club full of energy and success, and it was influenced me a lot. Though I can't contribute much to my various problems, I still enjoy my meetings. Finally, I'll conclude. I mean, so my dear Toast, too many factors in life have mentored me, and each experience has either guided me or advised me. But I still say my ultimate mentor is my reading habit. I'll conclude with a quote from a book I'm reading now. Its name is The Brass Notebook by Devaki Jain. It is her memoir. And the quote I'm quoting is actually from Iris Murdoch, but she has re-quoted in her book. It goes like this: we live in a fantasy world, a world full of illusion. And the great task of our life is to find the reality, unquote. And we find reality through our mentors. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
That was an informational speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Jacob Goshi. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Helen De Silva, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Zina. Toastmaster Zina is a person who never gives up till she achieves her goals. I request Toastmaster Zina to read out the speaker's objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Ellen, today's speech is the purpose of your speech. The project is for the member to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. The time given is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zina. Toastmaster Helen De Silva is an Ignatian Toastmaster and an associate professor of chemistry at St. Agnes College. Persuasive speaking, Toastmaster Helen, persuasive speaking. Over to you. All the best.
Thank you. Am I audible and visible? Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. McDonald's, Burger King, KFC. These names are synonymous with fast food, especially burgers, pizzas, French fries, etc. According to Fast Food Nation, 44% of US survey respondents are addicted to fast food. Hold on to your hats. It's just a drop in the ocean of fast food industry statistics. Undoubtedly, the taste, so delicious, thanks to additives high in sugar and fat, as well as artificial scents, the burger's main appeal. But this type of food also fits perfectly in today's modern lifestyle. It is cheap, convenient, and easy to obtain. Love it or hate it, hooked up or not, you certainly can't ignore the global fast food industry, especially when it comes to America and even India. At $281.7 billion, the US market accounts for 32.7% of global fast food revenue, and the annual revenue of the global industry is over $800 billion. With 8,97,683 businesses employing 14.2 million people around the globe, the fast food industry contributes significantly to the world economy and to the world waistline. The US obesity rate was 42.2% in 2020. For now, let's talk about what exactly is fast food and why is eating fast food so much a matter of concern. According to Wikipedia, Fast food is a commercial term limited to food sold in a restaurant or a store in frozen, preheated, or pre-cooked ingredients and served to the customer in a package form for takeaway. Fast food began in Great Britain in 1860s with the first fish and chips shop. Obesity is a major health concern for most countries in the Western world today, and fast food is to blame for a large number of the obesity issues that the countries face. In the US, the cheapest food available for purchase is fast food. This food is high in calories because it is rich in fat and refined carbs, meaning that eating too much of food like this can cause obesity, diabetes, and even heart diseases. The important thing to understand is that fast food has hidden calories everywhere. So even when you order a salad from a fast food restaurant, it is not healthy if it is covered in dressing, because the dressing may have sugars and carbs in it. In India too, the situation is not so great. And we too, depending on the young Indian diaspora, have noticed a change in the lifestyle and food preferences. The fast food industry in India has evolved, and the variety of gastronomic preferences across the region, hereditary or acquired, has brought about different modules in the country. Many of the traditional dishes have been adapted to suit the emerging fast food outlets. Large fast food chains like McDonald's, KFC, Domino's, Burger King are slowly making their way into the Indian smaller cities, and the younger generation have a great liking for this. The basic reason that can be attributed to increasing consumption of fast food is the fact that it is readily available, quick to make, and easy to serve. The media truly deserves the credit for the whole wide publicity of fast food stuff. Fast food is selling like real hotcakes among youngsters, and Chinese food too has captured the taste buds of urban India. Children are targeted by fast food companies with a plethora of ads that are colorful and interesting, with the hope that they will begin to consume fast food young and remain customers throughout their life. Advertising for fresh food is less appealing to kids. Children of pregnant and lactating women eating fast food are more prone to obesity. According to Research and Markets, the world's largest market research store, the Indian fast food market is expected to grow at the rate of 18% due to changing consumer behavior and demography. And in India, the fast food consumption is rising across all income categories, and this is contributing significantly to rising trends of non-communicable diseases. From the ethnic food market, that is Pani Puri, to Vada Pav, the fast food market is expected to grow at a rate of 35.95% by 2021. Now that I've stated these facts about fast food, does this mean that fast food should be banned? In my opinion, fast food and the choice to eat fast food as an adult should be left to the individual. However, what needs to change is the way fast food is marketed towards children. Fast food should be banned in places like schools and other places where children are present. Obesity is a huge problem in today's world, and we must be careful to stave off the worst effects of it. The growing menace of fast food consumption needs to be restricted by adopting legal, service, and education approaches for promoting healthy dietary practices. Adults should be free to make choices regarding their bodies. But it is the responsibility of adults to take care of the children and ensure that they are living the healthiest lifestyle that they can. So the next time You step out to eat. Make a conscious choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen, for your interesting speech on junk food. We all know that junk food is not good for us, but still we go for it. Now I would call upon Toastmaster Mohammed Kuni for the timer report.
Yeah. Toastmaster Fiona Moraes took 7 minutes and 56 seconds. Toastmaster Jacob Koshi took 8 minutes and 49 seconds. And Toastmaster Helen De Silva took 7 minutes and 11 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Kuni. Request you all to vote for the best speech. I think the voting link would be sent through Zoom at the end of the meeting. Yeah, let's move on to back to the theme. Toastmaster, do you remember, does anyone remember your childhood memories on vacations? Could anyone share a small moment of your childhood experience, just 30 seconds? Anyone would call out? Toastmaster Zina, to share a small moment of your childhood experience in 30 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suman. I remember when I was just 7 years old, along with our siblings, and there was one neighbor auntie, elderly lady, and she was a spinster. So she collected all the children in the neighborhood, and she took us to summer stands. And it was in a small mini bus, and we really had a ball of a time that time, singing, playing, and that was kind of fun for us, because we never went to the beach with so many kids, and we never had a free time. Everybody, like our parents, were very protective about us, but then we have got the chance to go with that full gang who are neighbors who were always playing with us, and then that was really real fun. And when we went to the beach, this old auntie, she gave us sandwiches with a lot of jam, and that too pineapple jam, and even she put another layer of this one butter, and we really enjoyed the whole day. We were in the beach and we played a lot, hide and seek, then merry-go-round, like catching each other. So many games we played, and then we came back at 6 o'clock by the bus singing. This Re Mama Re Mama Re, one Hindi song was there, and then many of us didn't know. Only 2 lines we used to sing over and over again, and we were clapping and dancing. That was the really, even today, I don't forget that, because when I was 7 years old, I still remember, and it's been so many years, I still remember that event. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zina. I would also recall an incident. I was around 7 to 8 years, 8 to 9 years old, and we had gone on a vacation to a pilgrimage place to Velankani. So it was a big group that was arranged by the parish, and it was through a travel agent. Since it was a big group, they had after we reached Velankani, they put us in a big apartment or a room, and we freshened up, and my parents realized that they have left something in the bus, and I overheard it. And the bus was parked just half a kilometer. Half a kilometer for a 7 to 8 year old child was a long distance. So I overheard it, and I was in so much of excitement, and I knew where the bus was parked. I went alone without my parents' knowledge, and My parents realized later, and I mean, without a fraction of a second, I just went from the room, and my parents started searching for me. So the whole group started searching for me, and no, there was so much of tension. But I went. I knew the way. I went. Where the bus was parked, and got the belongings, and I was happily walking back to the hotel room, and they saw me. They were so relieved, but I got lot of shoutings from everyone, but I enjoyed the whole experience. So this it's a very small incident, but it's still fresh in my mind after so many years. So I hope, like, all of you would have had good or bad experience during your travel too. Okay, so now we will move to the second segment of the meeting. I would call upon Table Topics Master Royal D'Souza to conduct the table topics.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, I'm going to make it quick. I'm still in a shock after listening to Fiona's speech. It was one of the most beautiful speeches, because I always believed that no matter if you don't know any techniques in public speaking, it's totally fine. But if you are authentic, that's how you connect to the audience, and that was a beautiful example. So yes, so I have 5 topics with me. Let's make it quick. We are running behind time. So who would like to nominate first? Who would like to come first? Ashita?
If there are guests can go, I guess.
Should I go?
Am I audible to everyone, or
Yes,
is
yes,
some
you're
network
audible.
issue
You're
or
frozen
something?
again.
Okay, Royal, I'll take one. Hello, Royal.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, yes, you're
Yes.
audible.
Royal.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. So who's going to be the first speaker? Let's make it quick.
Me, Royal.
Jacob, he's saying.
Jacob sir is saying.
He's frozen again.
He is frozen.
He has a bad connectivity today.
I'll send the questions to Amit. Amit, can you please take over?
Okay. All right, you have messaged me, right?
Amit, can you take over? I sent you the questions in this.
You send me over the WhatsApp? Okay, on
No,
the chat.
in chat.
On the chat. Okay. Jacob sir, here's a question for you. Who is that one person you enjoy traveling with? Who is that one person you enjoy traveling with?
Table topic speaker and fellow Toastmasters. Yeah, I had traveled a lot. The one person I travel, I mean, it was my school friend, actually. He was in, I was working in Air India in Bombay, and he was a naval officer. His name was Louis George. And we one day decided to go to Pune when I was in Bombay. Because we met at, both of us met at IIT Bombay. And we both said we will travel together. And we started the journey. And why? Because he is, I don't know, he was our all-round student in our school, actually. I don't talk much, but he talks a lot. And a lot of funny things he says. And every time, I mean, and he thinks very laterally also. And that, as always, it adds humor and interest to the life. And when he talks to me like that, because it was almost 4 or 5 hours, not 4 hours, about 5 hours journey from Bombay to Pune. And during that time, I was a quiet person and he was the most talkative person. And I enjoyed his talk so much about his, we were in school together, but his life in National Defense Academy. And I was little about my previous other life also, but a lot of ragging in the NTA when they are initially when they go, all the cadets have to be, they have to take bath together and all those things he was telling me, and it got me very interested. I think that was one of the nice journey I had from Bombay to Pune that time. And back to the table topic, Master.
Thank you so much. Royal, is your connection okay, or should I continue?
The moment I start speaking, something goes wrong. So, okay, fine. So who's the next speaker? Let's make it quick then.
Manjunath, are you there? Manjunath. Santosh. Santosh. Manjunath, Santosh, Manvit, Puneet, anybody? Everybody is shy. Come on, man. Cardlight people.
You are putting them into a precarious situation.
I know. I do understand. It's not a precarious situation, though. I'm not a tiger or a lion to.
I think I will take over. I will choose a topic.
All right, Lyra. Lyra, your topic is one person with whom you don't want to travel with. Now, Lyra will have many people in mind, I think. Huh? See, Lyra froze herself. Lyra.
We have Charlene. So can you give a topic to Charlene and then we'll move forward.
All right. Charlene, your topic is, where do we go after death? Where do we go after death?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Where do we go after death? Everyone has. I never thought of this. Where do I go? I just think of living this day, because tomorrow, even after death, I don't know whether I have this body or whether I have this feel or whether I think in the same way. So that is why I don't think about that. But I feel after death, there is a world where there is heaven, and my grandpa used to tell me that those who do good, they go to heaven. Those who go to do bad things, they will go to hell. And in my mind, I have a picture that hell is like where there is the fire and people crying, and heaven is where there is peace, joy, everything. So heaven and hell, I have gone through in this life, both heaven and hell. So I don't think after death I will get scared of. I don't get scared of that now, because I've already lived that life. So whatever the grandparents has told us, that will be there in our mind, and everyone has a certain picture of that. And my way is, I think that heaven is where there is peace and joy, and hell is where there is fire, bitterness, crying, everything. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Charlene. You know, I'm not going to talk about the heaven and the hell and all that thing, because I'm not yet dead to know whether I've gone to hell or heaven. But it is definitely nice to hear from you, your version of heaven and hell. Who would be the next person to speak? Anyone? Santosh, are you there listening? Santosh, come on. Maraya. Okay, I have to give them a proper class on Monday. Anybody else? Rakesh, Puneet. Ashrita, you'll speak one. All right,
Okay,
Ashrita.
Okay.
Ashrita, your topic is cycle or car? Cycle or car?
Well, definitely cycle. because it's any after this lockdown, I think the only vehicle which we can take out is a cycle, because I do not think that the cops will stop us, because there is no path for a cycle to be ridden on the road. There is always scope for cycle to be ridden everywhere. So I think it would be cycle. Why? You can save fuel, you can save yourself from pollution. 3, you can also have better health, and you can look like some of some of these people who have a well sculptured body. So you can say it is going to be a 3-in-1 purpose. And nowadays I mean, when you talk about travel, wherever you go around the world, there is a provision where you have to put uh, a token, or you put your passport number somewhere and you pick up a cycle and you go, especially in Netherlands. So since you're talking about travel today, I recommend, though I haven't been to all over the world, maybe some places, but everywhere I have seen cycle is the only universal concept which is followed throughout and all over the world. And it also, I mean, of course we might have broken couple of teeth learning to cycle when we were much younger, but look at the I can say, look where the cycle has brought us today. I think now that petrol costs around $100 per liter, it's better you cycle. So
105.
over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you so much, Ashrita. 105 is the present amount, and then I am planning myself to buy
Increased
a
again.
bicycle. I am planning to buy myself a bicycle and ride myself from home to the SEZ. Let me see how.
Seriously, that's a
Amit,
good
I'm
idea.
extremely sorry.
Yes,
I got.
yes, Lyra. Yes,
yeah,
Lyra. I
my
thought like you heard the question, like whom do you don't want to travel, and you ran away. I thought.
I mentioned your name and I froze. First time
Okay.
never happens. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So you can now speak on like the one person whom you don't want to travel.
Same question.
Yes, same question. We want to know. We want to know.
Who can it be? Oh my God, that's a very difficult question. But I will speak the other way. It's very difficult to decide. Good evening, everybody. It's very difficult to decide or tell you all that the person whom I don't want to travel with. I think I would love to travel with everybody who are close to me. At the moment, no name comes to my mind, but because I do not have many enemies, I would say so. But travel is such a thing, like you wouldn't mind if the person is very friendly or accommodative, and who will go with you in whatever you think would be the right companion to travel. And if at all you do not want that person, because I do not have that person in mind, Amit, if at all I don't want to travel with that person, I definitely won't. But why will I travel? There's no need for me to travel at all, isn't it? Oh, to you, Amit. I can't speak more on that. What a question.
Thank you so much, Lyra. Well, for me, I do not definitely want to travel with any person who would put me into a precarious situation. And you know, my life is very dear to me. So you know, when I travel with someone, like I want that vehicle to be safe, the rider to be safe, and I don't want to fall into. I want to be, you know. So that is one person whom I wouldn't want to travel with. All right, with that, I end the table topic session. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I will do a class for those 5 Cardolite members on Monday. Thank you very much. Over to the table, to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit and Toastmaster Royal D'Souza. Now we move to the third segment of this meeting. I would call upon General Evaluator Toastmaster Lyra Pinto to give the report. Over to you, Toastmaster Lyra.
On mute, ma'am. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Lyra, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you, Suman. Now I call upon the evaluators. The first evaluator is
Srinivas.
Okay, Srinivas. Yeah, Srinivas Pai, who will be evaluating Fiona Morris, Toastmaster Fiona. Over to you, Srinivas Pai, to evaluate.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra. Firstly, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
All right.
We see you.
My video is having some issues. Yeah. So good evening once again to everyone, and in particular to my speaker, Toastmaster Fiona. The purpose or the objectives of the speech was to talk about time and time management. While the speech may not have been crafted to talk about the project objectives, it was still a very lovely speech because it came directly from your heart. It was a true story that you were just trying to share, which came right straight away from your heart. The speech was much more than the project objectives. The speaker wanted to send a message on multiple topics such as depression and mental health, and about the frustration of the response time from the emergency department. The speaker started off beautifully. She spoke about how her mother was trying to wake her up. And 5 more minutes, I think that is a lie that all of us have been saying to ourselves for a very, very long time. And that is something that almost everyone can relate to. I'm not sure if the speaker broke out of the intro because of her bandwidth. Her bandwidth was pretty low, I believe. So not sure if she broke out of the intro and she greeted the audience. So if the speaker did so, I may have missed that and I apologize for that. The speaker then quickly transitioned into the precarious position that she was in when she saw the boy in the well. The way the speaker narrated the incident, I think it was not just reliving it. I think we all, it was not just her reliving it. I think we all were reliving it. She narrated each and every moment, and she used good adjectives to describe the moment. She spoke about how tense she was and how desperately she was trying to help. She spoke about calling the emergency number and how long they took to respond. And essentially that was the title of her speech. So the title of the speech was very beautifully chosen. Despite the speech being an emotional one, she did try to add a couple of humorous lines here and there, with the fat lady and her being thin, and the person sitting on the opposite line taking more time to respond than the Airtel customer care. I know I speak on behalf of everyone when we wish that the story she was narrating was not real, but unfortunately it was. Moving on to the things that she could have improved on, I believe I will speak to the speaker in private, considering the sensitivity of the speech. Sometimes in Toastmasters, we just want to speak on a topic that may not be relevant to the project objectives. And for the speaker, today was one such speech. It was about her sharing or sending out a message on multiple topics, and the speaker just wanted a platform to speak on. So considering the sensitivity of the speech, I will speak to the speaker in private on the topic, on the things that she could have improved on. It was a very well written speech, Fiona, and I speak on behalf of everyone that we're all sorry that you had to go through all that. Thank you, and over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas Pai. Yeah, it was a heart-rendering incident and a precarious situation and an incident for Fiona and for all of us when we heard about it. Now, over to the next evaluator, Larsen Montero. Toastmaster Larsen, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra Pinto. And good evening, everyone, and especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Jacob Koshi. Jacob Koshi had attempted his level 2 project 3 Toastmaster mentoring. So there was a very good phrase or catchy introduction of the speech, which was done in Malayalam, which I thought, am I hearing it wrong or what I am hearing? But then, yes, it was the alien language to me. I appreciate that, and also the meaning was very well conveyed. Read and grow, think to enlighten. If I'm not mistaken, it was something like that. And the speaker also expressed that how books had shaped him, and it was very good time to be where books, reading newspapers had shaped the life of the speaker. And yeah, nowadays it is not so very pleasant to have the digital medium, which can be used in a good way, but also the speaker grew up, he had very fond memories of his reading, which in turn reflected in his speech. And and the book that he mentioned was Discovery of India, which was given written by the first Prime Minister of India. And also the history, sir, how he had uh, uh, taught history in story narration, which could attention and retention, which is very important in students to retain that topic for a very long time. And similarly in Toastmasters also, when we give out a speech, we always think that this my speech should be remembered at least for a certain long time, and the best way is by storytelling. So I know sir had Toastmaster Jacob Koshi knew this very much, and he also spoke about his father and the last MD. And this, going back again, the storyline of this speech, there were many incidents, many topics that my target speaker had brought in, but there was no flow between one to another. So there was no very much smooth execution between one topic to the other topic. So that is one I would like to tell that if it would be improved, it would add a beauty to this speech. And also the voice modulation could be used very effectively in order to grab the attention of everyone. And also the preparation of the speech was not up. I know, I can understand, because it was at the last minute's notice. The speaker had done his best, but I still consider that. And also the time, one particular thing is time has to be managed to finish, or to time management is very important. So overall, the introduction was very good, and how his experience book being his mentor was brought in, and how it could shape, and also talked about the Toastmaster mentoring in this club as well as the club in other clubs. And overall, the few points to suggestion is voice modulation, which could be used very effectively to grab the attention of the audience, and preparation of this speech. By keeping in this mind, I wish all the very best in your future speeches, and all the very best. Thank you so much, and over to general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Larsen, for your feedback. Now, let's quickly move to Toastmaster Zena Lewis, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Hill. Over to you, Toastmaster Zena.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra. Toastmaster Ellen De Silva completed relatively Project 1. Congratulations, Toastmaster Helen. Today you spoke about persuasive speech. It was a factual one and had more of information. And you started with the history of how it started in America, the fast food and the statistics, how many people consume it. And you also use that word synonymous, which is, very rarely used. I do not know what it is actually, what that word means. just a drop in the ocean. It's a good phrase there, which was used. And then you started, kind of move further for the body, and you said fast food. You kind of defined the fast food. You termed it as frozen, preheated, and pre-cooked. You defined that, and then you told us how it is dangerous, precarious for children and also adults. How it will affect everyone's health when it is consumed every day. Some people consume once in a while, it is okay, but there are people who consume almost every day because they think that is more affordable and more cheapest food. So this kind of information was really good. So people those who in the audience who consume this kind of food, maybe kind of it is a takeaway message for them to be kind of precarious, to be what you say, aware of these kind of dangers in health. And I think you needed to have eye contact. Proper eye contact was not there, maybe because of the specs I couldn't see you much, the eyes. And then even the face expression should be a little bit kind of improved, I guess, and the voice modulation as well. On certain grounds, when you use just a drop in the ocean, I mean, I felt that the tone was almost the same on the entire speech. It was not that certain places where you had to use strong words, you should have been a little higher in your pitch. And posters which you were used, I think you could have shared it because we couldn't see it. It was all blurred a little bit on the screen. So you were showing it directly from your from where you were standing. So it would have been better, and the speech would have had more weightage if you could have shared it through the Zoom. And overall, your speech was good, Helen, and congratulations. All the best for you for your second level. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Zina. Now, timer, are all the evaluators qualified? Toastmaster Muhammad.
Evaluators, TM Srinivas took 3 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Larsen Montero took 3 minutes 9 seconds. And Toastmaster Zina took 2 minutes 25 seconds.
So what do you say? All are qualified?
I think it's 3:30. So
it is
Srinivas took more than 3 minutes.
2.5, 3. It is then have a.
Yeah, so it's
President, I feel it is okay.
Okay.
Because even for the speakers also, speakers have taken more. Yeah, it's okay.
So it's
okay. Fine.
All right. Okay. So if we are done with the timer's report, since the timer has given us a report, we'll go to the R counter because he has given us a try.
Yes.
After every session, the timer has come with the timer's report. Could we go to the R counter now? Toastmaster Ashrita, over to you to give your report.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Lyra. Today's our counter evaluation was very easy because all the 3 speakers did not use any filler words as much as expected, of course. So we are happy about that. Fiona, Toastmaster Fiona, Toastmaster Jacob, Toastmaster Helen. I don't think so. You'll have, but yes, Toastmaster Jacob has paused, but that was on behalf of how he presented in the speech. I haven't evaluated the table topic session because that is impromptu. So probably I would move on to the evaluators, that is Toastmaster Srinivas, Toastmaster Larsen, and Toastmaster Zina. So Toastmaster Srinivas and Toastmaster Larsen was spot on. So it was not much of a precarious job for me, except I think Toastmaster Zina used more than 5 hours. So that's up with my counter role. Over to Toastmaster Lyra. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Actually, I think the voting link is sent.
Yes.
Please vote for the best tabletop speaker as well as the best evaluator. Now let's have it from the grammarian, Toastmaster.
Jeevan
I'm not
D'Souza.
familiar with the names.
Jeevan D'Souza.
Yeah, Jeevan D'Souza. I'm not familiar with the names.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Yeah,
Lyra.
Toastmaster.
So the word of the day was precarious, and this word was used by Toastmaster Jacob one time, Toastmaster Royal one time, Toastmaster Amit 2 times, Toastmaster Ashrita 1 time, Toastmaster Srinivas 1 time, Toastmaster Lyra 1 time. Toastmaster Zina used 1 time. When she tried to use 2nd time, she could not complete the sentence. So she has used for 1 time only. Okay, so my apologies if I missed out any names. So now coming to the grammarian report, after Sergeant and Arm Srinivas but spoke, Royal took over the session, and when he frozen, Toastmaster Amit took it over and he said that the video is frozen. Okay, so there's a very good phrase, because he might have said that he got stuck. Instead of that, he said the video is frozen. I found this very soothing to my ears. Later, everybody followed. When 2nd time Toastmaster Royal got frozen, everybody said Toastmaster Royal frozen. Okay, and I think Toastmaster Amit had a good sense of using, giving a life to the objects. He said the posters flying around, social media hand when he made the announcement. So these were good phrases. Also, like at your home comfort, at your leisure. So these are the good phrases, Toastmaster Amit. And Toastmaster Royal, when he took it over for 2nd time, he said like selfless service, personal armory, help them to grow exponentially. So these are the good phrases which I can use it in my day-to-day language. When Toastmaster of the day, Suman, took it over, she used some rhyming words during the introduction part, and that was a good usage of the English language. The speakers were Toastmaster Jacob, Toastmaster Helen De Silva, and Toastmaster, who was the 3rd person?
Fiona.
Toastmaster Fiona. Yeah, Toastmaster Fiona actually used many good phrases. So I will maybe connect with her unofficially and I will tell her. So Toastmaster Jacob, you use a very good phrase, tenacious character. That is a very good phrase. So there is two corrections you can make. One is that instead of using enrolled into, you can say enrolled to. Okay. Then the pronunciation of the Inspiron is like you said Inspiron. You give the stress to the 2nd syllable. So when we say inspiring or inspire, so like Inspiron it is, not the Inspiron. Okay. So make a correction there. Toastmaster Helen De Silva used plethora of good phrases. Okay, she said a drop in the ocean, a matter of concern, Indian diaspora, selling like a hot cake, plethora of ads, more prone to obesity, growing menace. So these are the very good phrases, and I couldn't find any grammatical error. And coming to Toastmaster Ashita, she used universal concept followed throughout the world. That is a good phrase. And Toastmaster Lyra used just now, use heart rendering speech. That is a very good phrase. So this is the thing that I have noted down. So over to Toastmaster Lyra.
Thank you. That was an explicate report. Thank you, grammarian Toastmaster Jeevan. Okay, now coming to my report. The club which I first visited and sat so long, my first impression, my last impression. Coming to the Sagittarius Arms, the meeting started on the dot, and the Sagittarius Arms spoke on few of the ground rules, except about to refrain from politics and all that, religion and all. If you could have mentioned, I don't know, must be slipped off his mind, or I didn't hear it, I'm not sure. And even movement from, if at all you move from your seat, you can just shut off the camera. That is one of the ground rules. President started off with vision and leadership. We can see it in him. And before he could kickstart the COTP learnings, though there was a network issue, Toastmaster Larson stepped in that very moment, and that shows how well you guys have, have kept this network issue in mind and organized it well. Now, I liked Royal's comparison of about the structure of the club to the renowned companies like Merck, Samsung, and Apple. Shows what a good motivator in a leader you have as a president, dear Inspironians. Acknowledging the services of past VP8 and president exhibits the traits of humbleness and gratitude once again. So I know the bond you guys have, it shows, and please keep it up. Hand it over to Toastmaster Suman, who took off with a quote and then posing a question to the audience, getting the audience engaged, and it was there's a lot of interaction, which I really liked. That otherwise it would be a dry thing, it would be more theoretical. But since it was a well engaged session, I too felt like, I had a sumptuous meal. Then I thought, let me be a little critic, because I'm the connoisseur, right? I have to taste and tell you all how the meeting has been, or how the proceedings are going on. The DVD did his announcement within the time allotted, and nobody went off the time limit given. General evaluator myself, when my turn came, announced the tag team, and all of them briefed the audience on their roles. Timer, Muhammad Toastmaster could have shown the timer flags when he mentioned the timings. But if at all, if he had to, if the time limit was given to him, I think it was okay. He just spoke about the timings of each and every segment. Now, topic master, Royal, once again froze. Amit, but he was quick enough to text our DVD, Amit, and he took it beautifully, and he was scared. He was skeptical that once again, if he takes it over, he might freeze, and this will create, more of nuisance than a pleasure. So thank you, Amit, and thanks, Royal, for that quick thought. Evaluators, coming to the evaluators, Srinivas Pai. Yeah, I know it was an emotional speech, and you said it was a very sensitive one, and you said you will speak to Fiona, yeah, in person. But Fiona, I think one thing, I'm not going to speak about Fiona's speech, but I would tell you that if at all Fiona could have stood up, and she had the voice modulation initially, but if she stood up and we could have seen her gestures, that would have been better. It would be more impactful. Otherwise, you have given the right evaluation. Evaluation by Larson was good, but I'm not sure whether in his mentoring, as his speech was on mentoring, right? Toastmaster Jacobs. I think if he could have spoken more on the Toastmasters who have mentored him, it would have been better. I'm not sure whether many mentors in Toastmasters helped him in the journey as a Toastmaster. And Zina, you did the right evaluation. Yes, I echo and I endorse with whatever feedback you have given. And that's all, my dear friends. I end my report. I don't want to go on and on. I would say that the agenda, which was so well, created with so much of details highlighting, I really liked. I think you guys, even in every you have so much of creativity. I think Inspirons, you're the pioneers in creativity. Now you're coming to podcast and all that. This is not my report. This is my view about your club. I think you can take a session for all the clubs in Division L. Hats off. And it was indeed my pleasure to be the general evaluator for today's session. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Lyra Pinto. So to conclude, I understand things have been stressful to most of us because of this pandemic. Our house have turned into offices, meeting rooms, and even school for our children. I feel we all deserve a break from the stress, and it's time for us to take a short break. So save some money if you can to travel. Take some days off and see the places around. You don't have to spend so much of a lot of money for travel. I mean, when we were kids, our parents did not have so much of money, but they took us to places with limited resources they had. And those memories with us are still fresh in our minds. So, Inspiron Toastmasters, shall we also plan a weekend getaway too once we overcome this pandemic?
Yes.
How
yes,
many
of
are
course.
ready?
Of course.
Okay. So, over to you, to the President, Toastmaster Royal D'Souza.
Thank you so much, Suman. We'll definitely go to a vacation to our Lyra ma'am's estate sometime soon. Okay.
Sure.
Inspiron is self-inviting themselves to your estate. Okay, so I'll make it quick. The best speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Fiona. The best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Charlene. And the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Srinivas. So congratulations all the winners. And I would like to conclude by saying it was a wonderful meeting, especially the speeches, especially Fiona's speech, very authentic speech. And Toastmaster Jacob, the way he started the speech, the opening, that's a wonderful example how to capture an audience, how to captivate an audience. Maybe we all can learn something from Toastmaster Jacob. Toastmaster Jacob, somewhere he said that currently is not able to contribute well towards the meeting, but I would disagree with it because of his never-ending, never giving up attitude. Right? Yesterday evening, I messaged him, "Sir, can you be a speaker?" So within a few hours, he prepared this speech. So, sir, you are adding value. You are motivating us through your actions. Right? Thank you so much. And the speech of Toastmaster Helen, the wonderful speech, the importance of health. I remember reading a book in which they mentioned we need to focus on mindset, heart set, soul set, and health set. So health is also part of success, right? No matter how much success we get, how much money we earn, if we are not able to live for a longer life, right? So health is also part of success, which actually changed my perspective. When you go to see all the successful people, they invest more on health because they acknowledge that health is a very important aspect. Having material success is not enough. We also need to have a health to enjoy it, right? That was one of the key wonderful message which Toastmaster Helen said. So overall, it's a wonderful meeting. So I guess we are right on time today. So thank you so much.
Let everyone switch on the camera for a second.
Yes,
if possible.
Yes, and yes. Please, everyone, switch on the camera.
Possible.
Yes.
Charlene, is it possible? Manjunath, Manvit, and Santosh, is it possible? Okay. One. Santosh, come on. Switch on your camera. Don't be shy. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. All smile. Inspiron. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Helen, would you like to give us a
Santosh. Wait. One more. Everyone, come back. Santosh has come. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, Santosh. Hey, Manvit. Now you all, after the program, you all can come online, is it?
Toastmaster Helen, so would you like to say a few words, your experience in this, your first meeting in Toastmaster, Inspiron?
Actually, it is my second. I have attended one meeting before this, but I wasn't the speaker. And I think each time I attend, there is something new to learn. And I take back whatever evaluation has been given to me by Toastmaster Zina very positively. And I would definitely improve. And it's always good to listen to Toastmaster Amit because he's somebody who motivates and is inspiring. Toastmaster Lyra. So I think I really had a good time, and I look forward to maybe one more time. I would definitely attend Inspiron Toastmasters meeting. Thank you for having me.
Come to Konkani Toastmasters and PTAT as well. I'll invite you.
I can't read Konkani, but I can speak Konkani. My
No
problem
reading.
is...
I was bilingual, English and Konkani.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll think about it. Sure.
When Amit is a member,
okay.
Why not others? Who doesn't know a word of Konkani?
Wait, Lyra, wait. Let me learn
Yeah.
Konkani. Let me learn.
We all are waiting for that for that day to arrive.
Okay.
Anyway, okay.
Anyone